Okay, g'day. Today what we're going to do is get rid of those pesky creaking noises that you get on your bike when you're riding along and you're going up a hill or whatever you're doing and you get that noise. Okay, now my bike, when I bought this new, and for about the first 3 months I had this pain of a noise. It used to drive me mad, and anyway I eventually got rid of it, and it was the seat post. Right, it generally is the seat post. If there's any noises like this, a lot of people think it's the crank or the stem, but 99% of the time it'll be your seat post. I'll show you what I did, but the first thing you got to do is make sure you got some tools. My dog wants to fight here. Hey, you want to fight me, do you? Hey, you want to fight me? Hey, you want to go? Hey. So you've got to make sure you've got the right tools. Okay, so I'll show you the tools that I use. Not expensive ones, but the half decent ones, and you've got to make sure you get some good ones. Okay, so this is some of the tools that I've got. Now, this one was on special. Got this from the local bike shop. It's just got pretty much all the bits and pieces in that you need. You know, chain whip tool, the whole kit and caboodle. The other one you're going to need to buy, which is a separate one, is this pre-tension tool for when you want to take your crank set off. You'll need that one. And I've got a torque wrench here. This is only got up to 5 Newton meters, but this does pretty much all the stems, the seat posts, all the rest of it. Okay. Got a bigger one, which is obviously used for doing things like the bottom bracket, and a medium sized one. Okay. You're going to need to invest in some tools. If you want to do your own bike repairs, you need to get some half decent tools. Okay, so now we've got the tools bit out of the way, I will now show you what I did to get rid of the creaking noise out of my seat post. Now, with this, when you're undoing these little bolts here, these are only up to 5 Newton meters. When you're undoing them, undo them with an Allen key, not with your torque wrench. Don't undo anything with your torque wrenches, because you can put the calibration out on them if you do that. Okay, so never undo anything with a torque wrench. Rule number 1. Second thing is, check your measurement. Make sure you know where the seat post is going to go back to once you put it back in. Okay, so now I'll zoom in on this, we'll take it all out and I'll show you. Okay, so you get the right size Allen key to fit. Now when you're undoing these, you do a quarter or a half a turn at a time. Don't undo one all the way, or else you'll put too much tension on the other one, and when you undo that one, it'll strip the thread inside the locker. Okay, because this is spring loaded. So just a turn onto the next one and a turn. Okay, and then bring it back, and you'll feel the tension on there just pop out. There we go. Voila. Okay, so we now have our bike sat there without the post on, without your seat, you've got it in your hand. Okay, now this post also came at about this length. Okay, so there's probably another 50 mil on it. I've cut off about 50 mil. Dead easy, any saw will cut it off. Just cut that off, clean the edges up, and then you just get some grease, you smear the grease on it, and you pop it back in, back to your level, which on mine here was 133. So just make sure you make a note of the height, okay, because you want it back to where you're going. So I'll take this back. Now I'll get all this off, just get a rag. Now you can see, just there, that's where it was rubbing before. Okay, that's where I was getting the creaking noises from. Even going up a hill, out the saddle, it's still creak, because don't forget, the whole frame is twisting when you're putting load on it. Okay, so it's as simple as this. This literally takes about 3 minutes if you do it quickly and you're not making a video. It takes about 3 minutes. So there's my post. You can take this off if you want to. Just slides off. Give it a quick, while I've got it all apart, I may as well give it a quick clean. All this old grease. Now don't forget to pop this back on, just slides back over. Just sits on there. Now this is the grease we need, okay? The one I've got here is Castrol grease, GRRB, and it's called rubber grease, right? So there's no petroleum in it, it's good gear. Alright, so we now get the seat post and we get some of the grease. You can use your finger like I'm going to do. Get some of the grease and just smear it on. You don't need to go mental with it. Okay, you don't need to go mad. Don't go above your line. Okay, so try and keep it below there. Just put a bit on there. Okay, then you just get it, pop it back in. There she goes. A bit will slide out the edges, that's alright. You can get that off shortly. Then you just get back to your mark. So get your Allen key. So just come down to the mark that you're at. I'll just do them up by hand at the minute with your Allen key. I'm only doing a quarter turn at a time on each one, okay? You're going to find out just here, it says on the back there what to tighten up to, and it says 5 Newton meters. So this is a 5 Newton meter wrench. So you get these off eBay for about I don't know, $10 or something. So you give it one little twist, and then another little twist, and then another one, and another one, until it clicks, until the first one clicks. Do not over tighten. It's a quarter of a turn at a time, or half a turn at a time. That's all you need. There you go, there's one click, that's tight. Now all you do is just clean off any excess grease, and you're pretty much ready to get on your bike and go for a ride. And there you go, ready to go. Hope you enjoyed that video. If you've got any questions or comments, post them down below. If you want me to do any others on this sort of stuff, let me know and I shall do it. Enjoy your riding.